There have been quite a few people that have been kind of like on the edge, I would say, of buying eBaseball Pro Spirit 2026. They've watched maybe some of my star player mode that I've been playing through. We're on episode 3. If you haven't seen that, then definitely go check it out. I'll put a link down in the description below to the playlist. And I have been hyping it up a little bit to my community. So today I kind of wanted to go through and just give you everything that Pro Spirit Baseball 2026 has so that you can kind of make an informed decision on whether you want to buy it or not for $60. Now, when it comes to like the gameplay and stuff, before, I get into like what all modes and everything there are in here, I would say that if you're kind of uncertain about the gameplay, then I would just go and play the free version. So Steam has, if you look up just eBaseball Pro Spirit, it'll show up as the free version. That's also where the paid game is. It's really confusing and kind of stupid, but you'll have the free version that you can just get. And you can go in, play Exhibition. You can play online if you'd like. I would just say go into Exhibition, play on different difficulties, and just see if you like the gameplay. Because I don't think that the gameplay is going to be for everybody. And while I will touch on the online, ever so briefly, like very briefly, I will be touching on the online. I would say that if you are looking for like a Diamond Dynasty experience that you would get from MLB The Show, or like a rich online experience, you will not get that with this game. This game does feel centered around the offline experience, which is probably why I have been enjoying it for I think 60 hours now. I am all in. I'm entrenched in it. Like, I haven't even done things yet in the game that I want to. Like, that's how like engrossed I've been with all of the modes that this game has for an offline experience. So let's jump in. I kind of want to just show you everything that this game has to offer, so that if something strikes you and you're like, oh wow, I actually really like that, maybe I'll pick this game up now. Because if you've watched the star player stuff, that's only like one part of this game's offline experience. So it still has the exhibition, which, if you just want to go and play a game, you can. There's also like a tutorial mode where you can just go and practice, like hitting, practice pitching, stuff like that. There's a season mode, which it's crazy to say. I bought this game for the franchise experience, and I haven't even touched it yet. I have seen a lot of people say that it is very good. It is an unlimited season mode. Like, this is their franchise mode. So it is unlimited seasons. You can play as long as you would like. There's everything there that you would expect to be there. Like, there's a draft, there's a farm system, there's international free agents. So it's all there in the mode. And from what I've heard, it's good. And from what I've seen and all of the other modes, I would be blown away if it's not great. It's just, I haven't played it yet. And this is the reason why I bought this game. But I have been sucked into everything else that this game has. There's a lot. And eventually I will get into the season pretty deep. But I just want you to know that it is there. Like, if you're looking for a franchise experience, the franchise experience is here. Like, I just created like a random one just to kind of get a sense of like what the game mode had. And it's just about everything you would expect. There's roster, batting order, training settings, development strategy settings for everybody on your team. If you want to simulate and stuff, there are settings for like order AI settings, like what do you want them to use, best order usage, auto update best order. You can do that if you'd like, where it just automatically does it. There's a staff as well. You can't fire them mid-staff. They had me in the beginning say, do you want to replace any of your staff? And I said no, but it did look like you could actually go through and replace your staff if you'd like. You could scout players. So these are all the players I'm gonna guess that are coming out of high school or college, but you can scout them. You can do, what do you want your scout to do? Do you want them to go to Kanto and find a pitcher? And just okay. And then they'll go out and scout for you. And then you have a candidate list that you can, choose from, where they'll give you a breakdown of what they think they're about to be. So like, this is like 200 to 280 stars. They know that he has a cutter and a splitter, but they don't know how good it is. One thing I don't know is their future. I don't know what that entails, but again, I haven't really got into this mode, so I don't know everything that's in here, but it is all in here. Like, you can make trades, you can pick people up, you can scout international players, you can sign people. There's a full off season, although I don't know what the off season entails, but there is like a free agency battle that occurs. You can just simulate it all if you'd like, and then just have your coach take control of everything. Like, that's where the settings and everything, like the AI order and stuff come up. Just from looking at this, there's just so much that the game has, and by playing all of the other modes, the star player, Hakkyu no Kiseki, like, I know that there's just going to be other things that pop up during here, because that's just kind of how this game is built overall. But if you're looking for a franchise experience, it is in here. Now, it is the MPB, you know, it's not MLB teams, which some people are going to be turned off from, which I completely understand. But for me, it's like baseball's baseball. Like an OOTP, Out of the Park Baseball, if you haven't played that, it's like a front office manager. Like, I've done franchises where I've played as other leagues, not even the MLB. But it's just kind of fun to, I don't know, just to jump into a new league that I just don't know a ton about. Like, I know about the MPB, but it's not something that I follow exactly. Next up is the Star Player, which I have actually played a ton of. I am just going to link my Star Player series down in the description if you want to check it out. This mode has been very good. Now, with the Star Player, you can just create a guy from high school with, like, all of the worst stats possible. You can create a person from college. You can create a person who's already in the league. You can set him as, like, maybe you want an international guy. You can do that. You can start him wherever you want. Hakkyu no Kiseki is like a high school manager game. Like, you are the manager of a high school team, and you scout players, you pick players up, you put them on the team, you develop them, and then if they are drafted out of high school from your team, you can actually save them as a player and then bring them in from that mode, which is actually very, very, very cool. So we can begin with a custom player, and here's all the players. So this is like one that I was messing around with. Another one I was messing around with. This is the one that I am currently doing the star player with. But then there's him. So he was drafted from my Hakkyu no Kiseki team. Drafted. Like, you can just essentially just continue them on from where you left off in high school. I do believe it's a 1-to-1. You bring them over. So it is. You just bring them straight over with the skills that they have, which, you know, you can just make a demon straight out of high school, which, honestly, I mean, that happens in the MPB. Like, Shohei coming out was marvelous, you know, coming straight out. So, like, that does happen. But I know that some people, you know, aren't going to like that, right? Like, you're bringing a guy who's already, like, what is he? He's rated 619, this guy. Contact B, Power S, Arm B for a catcher. Like, he is already very good. But that's okay. If you don't want to do that, you don't have to. You can create just a regular player out of high school who's starting at G everything, or you can create a person out of college that starts a little bit better. Like, it's completely up to you on what you would like to do. You can also, what I did, if you go back and watch episode 1 of the star player I created somebody in Spirits, which is a mode that allows you to create players based on a little bit of a poker game, which is really, really, really fun. Like, you get cards, you try to get like a flush or a full house or 4 of a kind to get like certain amount of points that you then spend at the end of the mode to make your player better. So that's what I did. I created a player in Spirits and then brought him over into Star Player. So that's something else that you can do. Everything works very like in tandem with each other within the mode. Like, I had a high school team and we won Koshin, and you can export the team out. I won back-to-back Koshins in Hakkyu no Kiseki, and you could bring your whole team over, which is what I did. Like, this is the team that won Koshin 1 year for me. Like, if I want to use them as an expedition game, I can do that. It's a lot of fun. You can't do them in season. The teams have to be built around like actual real people. So that's a little unfortunate, but still, it is fun to be able to do that. And then speaking of Hakkyu no Kiseki with my team, so I have Ashburn is who I am, and I am in, what year am I in? 2033 right now. I'm in year 8. This game mode's a lot of fun. I have actually been having a blast with this game mode, like a lot. And the way that it works is it's built around essentially training your players. So to train them, you're going to do like push-ups, and push-ups get power. But if you do 2 push-ups, it actually gains a little bit more power on the second one. So it's like a little card mode where you use this card mode to train up players. But you also have the ability to, set specific development for your players too. This player right now, I have them working on their ball speed, which increases their pitch velocity. But you can do it for whatever you'd like. If you want them to get better power, like this guy is a demon, 97, 95, 91 for contact and power. Do you want them to get better at fielding? Do you want them to get or learn a new position? Do you want them to change their batting form to be square or open? Do you want to change their bat side? Do you want to make them a switch hitter? You can do that. You can change their main position. You can change hit type, which is like, so that's like a skill, an attribute that they can have where it's like low trajectory, medium trajectory, line, power, home run artist. And they'll work on these things in like I want to say like their off time. So after you choose which 3 cards you want, so if I did push-ups, and target practice, I would advance the schedule, and then they would then train after these 3 are done. They train for however many days in the week that you didn't have like something going on. So like for me, it's the 6th. I have a game on the 13th. So they would do these 3 things, and then they would train on their own for 7 days. But you have to manage things about that. You have to have practice skips because there is an energy level that you have as well. So like these, they're already missing 2 energy, 1 energy. And if you get them down to 0 or too much, if too many of them get down that low, then they kind of like revolt and lose morale. So their condition lowers. So like their morale here, like normal, high, the lower that morale is, the worse that they play. Like they play below their actual stats. But then they'll get evaluations. So like these are 5-star scout evaluations, which means that they are more than likely going to be drafted for the MPB. And if they drafted, then I get bonuses for that. And as like players retire, let's say they're not drafted, well, then they go and work in the town that you're in. So I've had 23 players drafted. So when the stadium card comes up, when I go to the stadium, I get better rewards off of that. There's the convenience store, the bookstore, sporting goods, student, so college, instructor at a gym, office worker, a nurse, hardware store, and then Eurozia is like a place where you can buy items. But all of these things give bonuses. Like if you get the card that comes up, you pick it, you go to the gym, you learn some stuff, you take it back to the team, and they get like attributes. Or if you go to a stadium, you take some of your players, they watch one of your pros who have been drafted, and they learn something from them. Like each of these has their own thing that they do. And then you can get other things. So like I don't have the batting machine yet, so I can do a batting machine, and what that does is it creates another card that I can then use. So there's a machine batting card, which gives me better contact, and I can do that. There's also the stopwatch, which gives me better base running training. So you have all of these different training facility items, which then go in here. If I use that card that comes up, then the durability on it will drop. And then when it breaks, so like my medicine ball is low, when it breaks, then I can't use that anymore. I don't get the bonuses from it anymore. But I mean, there's also a ton of other things. Like here, if I want to recover people's energy, I can drink some energy drinks. If I want to, buff certain cards, I can do that. If I want to, increase fielding affinity for a second baseman that I have, that I can do that. I can teach them different pitches if I want my pitchers to learn new pitches. And I can give them abilities right off the cuff. So if there's somebody that I want to have, I don't know, improves bunt. I want somebody to get better at bunting. I can say, I don't know, I want you to get better at bunting. And I hit them with it, and now their bunting skill will go up. So now like this guy, when I come in, his bunt is now B. And all of these have different things. So like high trajectory, power hitter, he hits for power. Run maker, power increases with runners in scoring position. EV king, hit speed increases when power swing is used. If you don't have his steal up too, it doesn't matter how fast they are. If their steal isn't up that great, then they're going to still have a hard time stealing. So it's like you need to also increase that along with speed. Now their speed still plays a factor. Like they'll still be able to get steals, but steal just makes it so that they can get better jumps and like have better acceleration, stuff like that. Running, another thing is like just running the bases. It's not only how fast are you, it's like, can you run the bases? Do you have the technique to run the bases? Also, it makes it so that they can read balls in the air better, which I have found. Higher the base running, at least it seems like that, that the higher their base running, the more aware they are of where the ball is going to be. And then they'll have different, like, plate discipline is G. Not great. Something you'd probably want to increase. He's very aggressive, and he strikes out a lot, which is, I think, quite factual. But there's a ton of there are a ton of different abilities that you can get for your player. Like this guy's push hitter, less slicing on opposite field hits, so he won't hit as many foul balls. Clutch, increased power when go-ahead runner is on base. He's also a hard hitter, which focuses on strong hits when controlled by the CPU. So like there's a lot of different abilities. Some of them I don't even still know, but you don't even need those books. You can also teach them as your coach. So as you do things in the game, you'll unlock more of these things, which then allow you to teach these to them. Now, it is a chance of doing it, and you do that through these special trainings. So like if I put a special training in here and I simulate it, I don't want to simulate it because it's going to take me to my next game that I have to play. Well, actually, I can actually show you that. I'll do this. Special training and 2 push-ups. Another thing, so this menu, I've seen some people who play this game saying like there's too many menus and text. I agree. It is actually kind of fun and funny the first time you go through to like read all the text and see all the things that are happening. Like, oh, somebody got a girlfriend, and their morale went up. Like, it is good, but once you play it, you do start to see just the same things over and over again. But I have found if you, on keyboard, I don't know what it is on console, on PlayStation, but if you hold Q on keyboard, it just, like, blasts off through this. So, like, if I say I want a strong bomb with my players and just hold Q, like, this is what it normally is. That's how fast it is. But when I hold Q, it just zooms through it. So here's the special training. It'll give you 3 players that you can choose from. I don't know, let's just choose him. And it's choose an ability that they'll learn. So I can choose the Table Setter 3, which increases contact ability with no outs and no runners. I can give him Verse Breaking, which is also pretty good. And you can look at what he has. So like he's a line drive hitter. Has increased power with no strikes. So maybe contact might not be the best thing, because I might have him hitting for power instead of contact. So increased contact ability it'll give him a little bit. He's already at S. So I'll probably just do increased power against breaking balls, and then you have a chance of getting it. Now, there are things that you can do to increase those chances, but he just has a chance of getting it. So if we go, he got it. So he completed this special training, and he now has Verse Breaking. You have a chance of failing that, though. And the higher the stars, the harder it is for them to learn that skill. So this is where they'll do like their individual practice right there after the push-ups went. And then there's also like, I don't want to get too deep into this because I just want to give you like an overview of the mode. But once you get into a game, there's different things that you can do for that game as well. Like if you want to just simulate it, you can. Autoplay takes you into where you watch the simulation. Spectate is where you watch the whole game and you can make substitutions, you can do orders, but you watch CPU versus CPU. Player focus, you choose the player that you want to play as, and then you play with them, and only them, with the hitting, base running, fielding, things of that nature. There's team gameplay, which it's highlight mode. So essentially, when big situations come up, like if you're, I don't know, you have a runner on second, you have a chance to score a run, then you will go in and play that. You'll play that at bat. Or if somebody's on second and you're pitching, you'll go in and play that pitch, like that at bat, to try to stop them from scoring. And it'll go through like highlights where it's a bunch of those situations. Or if it's like, we're in the 9th, we're up by 1, and I need to hold them here from pitching, you'll pitch like the whole inning. It's stuff like that. So you can play that if you'd like. Then there's strategy game, which is another card game where you pick whatever strategy you want them to do. Do you want them to power hit? Do you want them to contact hit? And then it'll look at the matchup that you have, like with the pitcher, or if you're the pitcher, look at with the batter, and it'll give you like what could be the best outcome. So it's like a little cat and mouse strategy game with that. And it does follows the same rules as highlights. It'll do like the highlights of those things. So same runner on second, you're up to bat, kind of that thing. But there's different ways to play this. If you want to just watch it all, you can. I've kind of fallen onto strategy game. I think it's kind of fun. It puts the CPU in control, and whatever decisions I've made to make them better, either through the abilities that they have or the attributes that they have, I kind of like what that entails. It's been really, really fun. Past that though, that's this mode in a nutshell. Like, you have your different tournaments that you play. Your goal is to make it to Koshin. There's 2 Koshins a year, summer and spring, or fall and spring, and that's the goal, is to win those. You start as a low tier underdog, so like you see I have like 5 things unlocked. It starts with like you have up to 2 cut off, and you only have like 5 energy. So it's like you start very low, and then as you complete certain tasks, you rank up, essentially. So it's like underdog, to then decent, to then mid-tier, to then contender, to then powerhouse, to then super powerhouse. I'm powerhouse currently. Super powerhouse, I don't know if there's something after that. I haven't seen anybody after that, but it keeps opening up more and more things. It opens up more things that you can buy from the shop. It opens up your board more. It gives you more energy. There's like different tasks that you have to do in order to get that. And then there's graduations and entrance ceremonies and scouting, where you'll, scout, I guess, middle school students to come and play for you. And yeah, overall, I mean, it's just been, I don't know how else to explain it other than it has been a blast. I don't know how else to say it. I've been having a lot of fun with this mode, though. A ton of fun. I will say, too, that the controls feel really bad at first on keyboard and mouse, because it's like I can't do any mouse. Like, I can't click on modes with the mouse. It's all done with the keyboard mainly. And it definitely feels a little foreign at first, but once you're used to it, it's just like anything else. Once you're used to it, it's second nature. Spirits I'm not going to show. I kind of explained it a little bit, and again, you can see it in action if you watch the first episode of my Star Player, because that's how I create my character. Live Championship is their online, and again, I'll show a little bit of it. It's not, if you're looking for Diamond Dynasty, you're just not going to get that. It's essentially built around like tournaments and stuff, where you enter a tournament. The tournament has set rules, so like it give you pitch velocity, contact assistance, pitching assistance, fielding, running, how many innings it is, and then once you do that, you just pick a team. Like, it's just pick one of the teams, and then you go and play as them online. That's legitimately pretty much it. The free version had it where you could like create your own teams. I don't know if that's changed now that the game's actually out, but it was like you could create your own teams, but you would get like rewards off of it. You can unlock titles. There's avatars in here too that you can unlock just by playing and getting stars for beating people. There are like standings and rankings too, so if you want a leaderboard chase, you can do that here as well. But overall, I mean, it's not. Yeah, I'm not sure. It's fine. But it's not the reason why, like, I play the game, right? Like, I'm not playing it for the online. And that's why I say if you're looking for a more, like, rich online experience, this game probably is definitely not for you. I would say probably stick to, like, MLB The Show for Diamond Dynasty, because this is just not it. But I also think that this game isn't, it's not selling that either, Oh, another thing that's really cool about Season, and I wish they would do an online version of it, which would be really awesome, but there is couch co-op in Season, where you can play, I think it's with up to 4 other people. What that entails, I have no idea. Like, what position everybody plays or anything, no idea, because I'm just one person. I don't have anybody in the house that's actually playing with me, so I haven't really tested that, but it is there. Live Scenarios is like your moments from MLB The Show. So you can come in and, you can play any of the scenarios that happen throughout the season. You have, like this, 1-inning mission, achieve a comeback. And you can play it on different difficulty levels as well. And that'll give you rewards for completing him. There's a ranking system in this, too. And also, the scenarios become available, like, an hour after the game. So if there's a certain scenario that happens, like, an hour after the game's done, you'll have it, which is kind of neat. Not something that I have engaged with, but still kind of cool. And then finally, Grand Prix, which is, Man, could you call this an offline Diamond Dynasty? Maybe. I mean, you might be able to call it an offline Diamond Dynasty, because you know how it works is you have your team, you unlock different players for your team through doing missions. But then there's also like practice games where you can go in and just play anybody. There's trial games where you can go in and get a single game playoff. There's different challenges that you can do as well. There's also specific challenges that you can unlock things like this is 5,000 spirit coins by adding 100 players to your library. There's repeat challenges that you can get as well that unlock different things for you. And then there are scout challenges. So once you collect players, you can then get a reward for that. So there's collections for the game too. So like I said, this is kind of like an offline dynasty mode. So I mean, I guess if you're wanting like an offline dynasty mode, you kind of get that here, because you can also like you can upgrade people as well by spending spirit coins. So like I got an upgrade material, which you get either through playing the mode, or I think it is also a login bonus. So like I have coach training, it uses upgrade material to slightly gain experience points, and then I can use the spirit coins to then train them up if I would like, which gives them 80 points if I want to level them up. There's also like you can boost your manager as well, give them more skill, give them on upgrades to focus on contact command. So if you do the strategy, it's all strategy. So like you have the ability to level up your manager to make it so that they play better as well. A mode that I have dabbled in a little bit. Haven't got too crazy with it, but definitely something I'm more than likely gonna play. I'm kind of going through modes as I get like I haven't gotten bored of any, but as I get bored of something, I'll probably move over to something else. I've just been so locked into Hakkyu no Kiseki and also the star player that haven't even gotten in and tested the meat and potatoes of these. But it's just another level of something that you can do as an offline player. And that's it. There's the training I was talking about. There's a home run derby that you can do as well if you'd like to do that. You can share players and teams if you've created something. There's a shop that you can do as well where you earn VP coins as you play. And you can buy things here if you would like to as well with those VP coins. So like me, I have 222,000 VP. So not really pay to win. I guess I can buy whatever I want, honestly. Whatever I want. But yeah, I mean, that's Professional Baseball Spirits. eBaseball Pro Spirit 2026 has everything this game has to offer, which personally I think is a lot. But hopefully this video kind of showed you everything that the game has to offer, and if it is something that you think is worthy of a purchase, then go purchase it and give it a shot. Like I said, just I would say test out the gameplay first with the free version just to see if it's even something that you think that you'll enjoy. And then if it is, get in here and give it a crack. But that's it for this video. Thank you for watching. Greatly appreciate it. If you found this informative, then don't forget to leave a like on the video. Think about subscribing to the channel for more Professional Baseball Spirits content. Like I said, we're doing the star player. Every other day is when I'm trying to get a video out for it. And who knows, maybe if I drift away from that, maybe we start a franchise up and do that as well. Past that though, hope you have a great rest of your morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are in the world. And I'll catch you on the next one.